All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wednesday. This is We Grow Wednesday. I'm your host, Waylon, the indoor farmer, and we're going to get to it after we play a little intro here. It is 10:04 a.m. Central Time, as usual on Wednesdays, 10 a.m. And we're going to, play the intro. It's June 25th, 2025 today. Let's grow. Let's look into what's growing on in the world with our food supply, our health and wellness, well-being. There's a lot of craziness happening, and so we're going to look into it today. So we'll be right back in about 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Let's grow.
When the indoor farmer has a tale to tell, under the glow of LED lights where his stories dwell. He's not just growing greens, he's sowing seeds of thought. In a studio with a microphone where wisdom's bought. We grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for our communal time. With Waylon, we'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time. We'll live and we'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Join Waylon for our journey so fine. Learning, laughing, and sometimes sad, but always together from the good to the bad. He speaks of the benefits, the pros and the cons of the plant that has helped him feel less withdrawn. With guests from all walks, stories to share, Waylon makes sure that no one feels like they're there alone. Whoa. So come every Wednesday, find your place in his light, where Waylon, the indoor farmer, invites you to grow not just plants, but your soul, your mind, in a world where together we're truly aligned. Tune in, grow with us, let's expand our view on We Grow Wednesday with Waylon. It's true.
Waylon, the indoor farmer, has a tale to tell. Under the glow of LED lights where his stories dwell. He's not just growing greens, he's sowing seeds of thought. In a studio with a microphone where wisdom's taught. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time with Waylon. We'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time with Waylon. We'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. We grow and they all one big team, growing together
Oh, right. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Wednesday. Just sharing that this last few shares out there to everybody in on the interweb. There's so many places to share things to, so many places, so little time. Well, it is Wednesday, like we said in the soft intro. And if you guys could help me out, hit that like button, share us out with some friends, tag a few friends. I tell you what, we will put in the door prize link. 29th. Okay, all right. I don't know if that's confusing though. It might be a little confusing to people. It tells you to. It says, we unlock at 30 likes, but then also join. I feel like there's two conflicting messages, but you know what? It's what it is. All right. I'm sick of the flickering light over there on the campaigns. We're not going to look at that today. Hey, you found some nails. My toes. What? Did you step on nails? Oh, bro. Chris over on the YouTube. Hey, what's up? And over on the Rumble. What's up, guys? Let's get it. Let's get it hopping. We're gonna look into it. Hey, throw comment below. Send me a DM with a story that you think is insane or crazy. I don't care what side of any aisle that you think. Oh, hey, there's a big old spider coming at me. I don't want to kill you, dude. Just like go on somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Just like go find some bugs, dude. There ain't no bugs here, my guy. There's bugs a few feet that way. Go kill a ladybug, or maybe have it out with a praying mantis to see who wins. I'm not the guy. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. My camera's not following me. Follow me, camera. Oh, okay, good enough. I ain't the one. Uh, okay. I can't tell what he was either. It was like wasn't all that big, but it wasn't small either. Definitely not a daddy long legs. He'll come out and say hi at some point later in the show. Wow. Well, okay. Anyway, back to the show. Um, if you didn't see that, I have a group on Facebook. There is a group message, a group message channel, and in that I put out all sorts of whatever information when I'm live and stuff. And I also ask you guys to send in pictures of what you're growing. And I think Chris told me or sent me some today, so we're gonna check that out a little later. Diane, hello, good morning. We're gonna check that out a little later as well. Let me start sharing some things in here. I bookmarked a couple of things over on X that I thought were interesting. Now, I've been sort of torn on whether or not to talk about the conflicts going on and that stuff because it seems, I hate to say political because people are dying and like actual armies are fighting things. So that's a bit more than politics, but at the same time it does affect our food. It affects everything going on, and so it actually, truth be told, I could use it a little bit to my advantage by saying, why not grow a little bit of your own food? And I don't know why. I don't know. It's not really my advantage, but sort of towards my mission, I guess, towards my goals of getting more people out there to think about their food sources, think about what they could do at home if they had to. Look, no one's expecting anyone to be able to grow all the food they need to eat. Some people can do that, and that would be the goal, right? That'd be the goal one day. But at least to start to think about it more, to maybe talk to a friend that grows, talk to your cousin that gardens or something, and there would be a reason to get into it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me turn this down just a hair, maybe. Maybe give me like a 15 if I can. Well, 13, a little lower than I want, but that's okay. All right, we're gonna share in the screen. I'll get to some of what people got growing on here soon. All right, let's share it in. Sheridan. We have a road named Sheridan. Leslie, you're not going to respond about this about finding nails with your toes? Like, is that did you step on a bunch of nails? Like, this doesn't sound good, my man. Not sounding good, that's for sure. All right, so uh, this is kind of funny. I don't think this was bookmarked for today, but yeah, Trump Trump says to f off to Netanyahu. um, oh, this is crazy. Uh, it's a bit of a weather phenomenon or possible attack. This guy Hustle Bitch thinks it's an attack, or no, maybe all he says is "Holy shit! What the hell just hit Lake Tahoe?" This was on the 23rd. A massive freak storm out of nowhere, snow, hail, 10-foot waves, and hurricane force winds in late June. Uh, Boats capsizing and or crashing into each other. 6 dead, 2 missing. This wasn't weather. It was a effing strike. So this person, yeah, okay. Hustle bitch thinks it's a strike. I don't know enough about it, but this is a TikTok video they're sharing into X. That happens a lot. A lot of X users, and especially big users, ones that have big followings, basically just troll TikTok for good videos to share over to X. I like to share my own stuff to both places, but there's been a couple times where I would take a video. It's like if I can't find it on the platform to share it, then I'd have to take it from another platform, I guess. But there's whole accounts out there that's all they do. Let's see. I don't know if there's any music or anything. I'll try to mute it quickly. Let's look at it a little.
We're gonna go swimming in a few minutes. Stay tuned. And it's snowing. Oh, and look sideways. Look. By the way, it's snowing. It's fucking snowing. Hey, John Wild, should I shoot a reel here or what? Dude, I might want to do a live performance right now. See what's up. Oh my god.
That's pretty insane. Oh, hey, Brenda. I'm sorry, I didn't. I gotta pull up the other comments here.
Oh my god, man.
If you want your comments,
Coast Guard's everywhere out there.
If you want your comments on the screen, you have to come into Rumble or even YouTube if you want. If you come to Rumble, hit the like button, comment, you'll get in on the door prize an additional time. And if you go to X and do the same thing, comment on the post. Yeah, that's crazy. So let's see what the comments think about this. Okay, Grok says, now again, AI is being found to be wrong all the time. But it says a tragic incident occurred on Lake Tahoe on June 21st, 2025, when a sudden storm capsized a 27-foot Chris Craft boat near DL Bliss State Park. The storm brought high winds, large waves, snow, and hail, unusual for late June. 7 people are confirmed dead, 1 remaining missing, and 2 were rescued. Search efforts by the Coast Guard and local authorities continue. The exact cause is under investigation, but it appears to be a natural weather event. Posts on X reflect public shock, with some exaggerating the storm's nature, but official reports point to its severity as the key factor. Stay cautious on the lake as weather can shift rapidly. Holy! Let's see what the people said to Grub. Any insight on the storm? What is that? Oh, is that Lake Tahoe storm was a sudden severe event with 40 to 45 miles per hour wind, 6 to 8 foot waves, and unusual snow and hail for late June. It caused a boat to capsize near DL Bliss Park. Okay. Snow and hail in June. Wonder how often they have such disasters during the summer. Severe summer storms like the June 21st, 2025 Lake Tahoe incident are rare. The region typically enjoys about 300 sunny days yearly with stable warm weather conditions. Historical data suggests sudden storms occur infrequently, with an average of 6 summer boating deaths. Let's see. Where to go? Though the 2025 event was unusually deadly, rapid weather shifts like the Washoe Zephyr winds can pose risks. Boaters should monitor forecasts and wear life jackets due to the cold weather hazard. Okay, while such disasters aren't common, they're unpredictable and unpredictably warrants caution. Unpredictability. Yeah. So Grok doesn't think it was an attack.
He's not just growing greens, he's sowing seeds of thought. In a studio with a microphone where wisdom's bought. We grow Wednesday.
Some twat thinks these are actual clouds. All the conspiracy theory nuts are coming out now. Never know. Conspiracy theories turn into conspiracy fact a few months later a lot of times. We all need to get very educated on it. Start taking pics when you see lines in the sky. Okay, now we're talking about lines in the sky. Okay, does anyone still think weather modification is conspiracy theory? Okay, yeah, everybody is now into the conspiracy theory mode. All right, let's move on. This account, Metabolic Factor, I don't know much about him. Joe Rogan just hosted the most censored doctor in America. Dr. Mary Bowden exposed what really happened during COVID, and the cover-up runs deeper than you think. Here are 8 shocking takeaways they never want you to hear. Before we get into this, I got to pull up the Facebook comments on another screen. All right, hey Rose, I see the comments now. Diane, JD Vance gave people the finger. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it was funny. It was kind of a funny moment. I don't take offense if that's what I'm sure people are. Oh, can you believe what he just did to me? All right. Let's see. I saw Brenda in here. Brenda, how's the whack-it working out for you? And now qualified for the position. Okay. Who is though, Rose? Instead of always being negative, tell me who your favorite is. Who's your who do you look up to for leadership? That's what we should do. Give me solutions. Give me solutions. Okay, hospitals were using morphine to kill without pain. Dr. Bowden reviewed patient charts showing people with zero pain being given lethal doses of morphine and insulin. Oh, wow. The ivermectin smear campaign was planned. The FDA called it a horse dewormer on the same day they launched a $11.5 billion COVID media fund. Oh, well, hold on. We got to pull up the screen again. My bad. It's awesome. Gonna post pics. Post pics of what, Brenda? I know there's a large delay, but I'm not sure. She says monoclonal antibodies worked too well. They saved lives fast. Some patients recovered within 24 hours. So what happened? Government seized control of supply and restricted access. Yeah, that is true. I remember when that happened. Before breathing treatments were banned. Budesonide, a cortisol, corticosteroid helped patients breathe safely and effectively. Hospitals banned it, claiming it spread the virus. It seems like it'd be a good episode to watch of Rogan. I'm not going to go through all of these, but this metabolic factor lays it out fairly well. I don't know if I don't even follow this person, but maybe I should. Only following 4 people. Look at him. He's a big man. Doctors who challenged the narrative were hunted down. That is true. I saw that. We saw that on YouTube. We saw, that we heard about that story. I don't know if it was true or not, but in China, where the doctor that discovered it or something like that was murdered. I don't know if that's true either, but hey, some of these things are definitely true. What she's pointing out here. 6 vaccine injuries are real and ignored. Vaccine injuries are real and ignored. The problem is, though, I think in what would end up happening is you have to make that decision for yourself on what the percentage of failure rate that's acceptable for you is. So say the vaccines kill 5% of the people that take it. Who knows? Maybe more. Maybe they affect more people than that, but just only kill. So is that acceptable when 95% of the people who take it are okay? I don't know. I mean, that's really up to everybody, each individual person. I won't really need to go through my opinion on it, but it is a thing for any medicine, any cost analysis, cost benefit analysis on anything. You're going to have that. Like, well, what's the 98% of injury compensation claims are denied. Ooh. Then you have 10 times higher antibody levels than the unvaccinated 4 years later. Yeah, this is an interesting episode of Rogan. What's her name again? Dr. Mary Bowden. If you want to get a deep dive on what's going on, or at least what her opinion is. Growing all my greens all through the night, self-sustain, that's the mission. Growing my own. You're right, Leslie. I want to start taking that myself. I'm not sure if I'm getting all the comments on Facebook. It's like they're just frozen up. I'm conversing with you guys, but I'm not really seeing anything. It's kind of crazy. Facebook's jacked. On the Rumble, I was able to stick a magnet to my arm after the vaccine. Oh my god, it would stick. Well, aluminum's not magnetic, so I wonder what would be magnetic. All right, I did bookmark this as well. We're going to go check out the usual websites that I normally do, see what's happening on the food and wine. We'll check out marijuanamoment.net, and of course, we'll get a number wheel spin a little bit here. How far are we here? 25. Okay, plenty of time. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. Okay. The Vigilant Fox always does a similar thread where they find a story, and then they sort of break it down within a bunch of posts inside the thread. So what he says is RFK Jr. announces a health insurance breakthrough. It affects nearly 260 million Americans. This is a monumental accomplishment, Kennedy said, a breakthrough decades in the making. Let's check it out here. Here's what's changing and why it could save you time, stress, and money. Let's check it out. Facebook probably copyright claim me, but you know what? Let's live dangerously.
On average, 85% of Americans say they've had effective. How many of you have had a pre-authorization issue in your family? Show of hands. It's about reflective of the national average. 85% of Americans say they've had pre-auth effective in ways they wish it hadn't. It's the number one complaint, not only from patients, but providers, doctors like myself are continually struggling.
Oh, it's Dr. Oz.
We have spoken frequently about how Health and Human Services and the agency in charge of Medicare, Medicaid, and the insurance plan, CMS, is open for business. We like to have private solutions when they're feasible. And today you're going to hear about one of the biggest ones possible, one that will address this issue of prior authorization. In 2023, the last data year for which we have strong data, the Medicare Advantage program, which administers care to total Medicare is about 68 million people. Half of that is Medicare Advantage. So it's 32 million people, a lot of folks. Partially or fully denied 3.2 million claims, initial requests for prior authorization. It's a lot of people, not just numbers. Those are individuals who often in the most vulnerable time in their lives needed something done, and it was denied for one reason or another. Each week, on average, a physician handles about 40 of these pre-authorization issues and requests, and spends about 12 hours a week on paperwork in general, often aimed at addressing the prior authorization issue. It frustrates doctors. It sometimes results in care that is significantly delayed. It erodes public trust in the healthcare system. It's something we can't tolerate. This administration, and under the leadership of Secretary Kennedy, this agency has not wanted and has been expressing its frustration. And for good reason, because of that, and because of folks who actually maybe entered into the industry because they had the right motivations at heart. We have just concluded a roundtable, one of the most impressive that I've been involved in, with the CEOs who represent about 75% of all covered lives in America. These folks represent the insurance companies that cover 3/4 of the American people, and it covers them across Medicare Advantage, across Medicaid, across commercial insurance, about 260 million people in general, in total, covered by these plans. And there were more people being added while we were in the meeting. That's how much interest there is from industry in dealing with the problem that they don't like to have in their bailiwick either.
Bailiwick? Okay, so his breakdown. Mehmet, I never knew his first name, Mehmet Oz, announced a landmark agreement with the nation's largest health insurers to tackle the number one health problem plaguing hundreds of millions of Americans, prior conditions, probably prior authorization. Oh, I see.
How many of you have had a pre?
So next he says, but under RFK Jr.'s leadership, things are changing for the better. And Rose, I want to push back a little bit. I really don't think RFK Jr. is the reason that people are vaccine hesitant or questioning everything we've ever been told. There's a lot of reasons for that. And that Joe Rogan episode I just was looking at with that other doctor, I don't know if you think she's a quack as well, but that right there alone is enough to make everybody really skeptical and upset, and also question everything going backwards, everything going forwards when it comes to our healthcare, our everything. I don't know. I think it's very healthy to be skeptical of things, but it's also unhealthy to take it too far. And there is a very fine line. It's hard to decide where, because just like on Facebook or on the internet, where you feel like you're being shadow banned all the time. I'm like, look, I have like 10 or 20,000 followers at max with all the different apps that I'm on. I don't think I'm being targeted for shadow banning, but it feels like it a lot. It really does. It feels like they're throwing things at me, like they're only looking at me and hitting me with restrictions. But really, that's the extreme side of it, talking to me, going, "Oh yeah, it's all about me, me, me." Well, that's probably not true. They're not looking at me with my 5,000 followers on my Facebook profile, going, "Ah, we need to shadow ban this guy." It's probably I'm getting caught up into sort of a more massive glitch or sort of an overall ban that they're doing, and I get stuck into one of those categories or whatever it is. It's not that they're just looking. So what I mean is skepticism is healthy. You have to work it through with a little logic, and also decide what it is that you want the outcome of. Like, do I want more uh, transparency with what's in that stuff? Yeah, that's my preferred outcome. What's your preferred outcome? Let me know. Comments below. Let's see. Secretary Kennedy, CMS Administrator, Secure Industry pledge to fix broken prior authorization system. So, what does that mean, though? Fix it. So they have what they said: 260 million Americans that could be affected by this, and was it 260 or yeah? And let's see. The burden also falls heavily on physicians. On average, doctors spend 12 hours per week on paperwork, handling about 40 prior authorization cases weekly. Okay, so I think this is what's going on. They want to cut out some of the red tape and some of the time and effort it takes to get these pre-authorizations. I think that's what it sounds like. The corporate issuers or the cooperating issuers include United Healthcare, Athena, or Aetna. Not sure how to say that. Blue Cross, Blue Shield Association, Humana, uh, Kaiser Permanente, Permanente, uh, the Cigna Group, Centene, 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 not sure how to say it, Corporation, um, Elevance Health, Elevance Health, Highmark Health, Care First, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. That's all one thing. And Guide Well, along with the industry trade group AHIP, 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 participating insurers, which cover nearly 80% of Americans, have committed to standardizing electronic prior authorization submissions using healthcare, fast healthcare, uh, in, interoperability resources, FHIRO based application programming interfaces reduce the volume of medical services subject to the prior authorization by January 1st, 2026. Okay, so they're getting this done quick. Honor existing. Oh, there's my spider back. Oh, he's coming up to my phone. Get out! You can't make a phone call, bro. You can't make a phone call, my guy. Are you inside my phone right now? Where'd you go? Ah! Dude's trying to dial home or something. Come on, man. Are you really just gonna hang out on the phone? Where'd you go? Whoa, blowing me away over here. Fenbenzol, yeah, is key work. A word on the dewormers. Oh, I see. Yeah. I've seen people talk about that. Making a booty call. No, it's calling for lunch. It's looking for some lunch. Let's see.
Plants in hand and lessons learned. We've grown more than we've ever yearned.
Did I read this already? Participating insurers, which 80%? Yeah, I did. Standardizing electronic prior authorization, fast healthcare. Honor existing authorization during insurance transitions to ensure continuity of care. Enhance transparency and communication around authorization decisions and appeals. Expand real-time responses to minimizing delay in care with real-time approvals to most requests by 2027. Ensure medical professionals review all clinical denials. These commitments represent a step in the right direction toward restoring trust, easing burdens on providers, and helping patients receive timely, evidence-based care, said Dr. Muhammad. Oh, and there goes my camera. Camera, come back. Oh, hey, we're back. We're back. Okay. Oh, what happened? Oh, we're back. There it is. These commitments represent a step in the right. Okay, we read that already. United Healthcare was one of the big ones. Eric Dane, best known for playing Dr. Mark McSteamy Sloan on Grey's Anatomy, then took the stage. Really? An actor who played a doctor took the stage. This ought to be good. Let's check this out.
I'm Eric Dane. Some of you may know me from TV shows such as Grey's Anatomy, which I play a doctor, but I am here today to speak briefly as a patient.
Oh, I love this dude on another show too. It was called The Last Ship. The Last Ship. I'm telling you, good show. Anyway, moving on.
Battling ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease.
Oh, wow.
When that diagnosis hits and you find out that you're sick, your life becomes filled with great uncertainty. And the worst thing that we can do is add even more uncertainty for patients and their loved ones with unnecessary prior authorization.
Mm-hmm.
Anything we can do to give patients more certainty with fewer delays is a worthwhile endeavor. I've been fortunate and have the means to access great care. I'm lucky. Not everyone is in the same position. I am acutely aware of that. I applaud the insurance industry coming together with officials from CMS and HHS to take these steps in the right direction. Today is about all those who need more certainty, faster answers, and more hope for recovery.
Wow, I didn't know. Does it seem like famous people get that? I've never, I don't know anyone with that, with Lou Gehrig's disease, except for famous people. But I don't know. I don't know much about it. I could tell. You could see that, he wasn't himself if you had watched him in the past. I mean, he's himself. I don't know if that's rude to say, but you know what I'm saying. Like there was something a little different. Wow, it's a shame. I did like that guy. I hope he gets the best care. Hope it works out for him. When RFK Jr. stepped up to the podium, he shared that during the presidential transition, he was told the single most important thing he could do to improve the patient experience in America was to end the scourge of pre-authorization. Okay, now can we agree on that, Rose? Are you in the house still? I want to know if you agree on that. I've United. Oh, okay, healthcare, and I want to change to another company. Oh, why? Yeah, that is a nasty disease. I don't know anybody with it though. I don't put up the poor people. Oh, they don't put. Well, I mean, put up, right, not on that conference. I'm just talking about in general. Just like I don't know anyone. I know people with a lot of other different things. This weekend's event is for MS, so I know I actually do an event every year for MS. My son has autism. I'm pretty in kind of connected in that community a little bit to pay attention, but there's a lot of things out there, of course. Cancer. We know plenty of people that have different cancers, but this is a different thing for me. Anyway, let's listen to what RFK says here. Like him or don't like him, I wonder if someone like Rose or anyone that doesn't like him can get behind something like this, getting rid of all that pre-authorization nonsense. I wonder what your thoughts are. Let's hear what he says.
During the transition last January, one of the people I was bringing on as a special government advisor was a long-term friend of mine called Jake Levine. And I asked Jake, can you give me an agenda, the most important things that we can do very quickly as soon as we get in there? And Jake called a professor at Harvard named David Cutler, a famous economist who spent an entire career studying the healthcare system and advising reforms. And he posed that question to Dr. Cutler. He said, what is the single most important thing that we could do to improve the patient experience in this country? We could do very, very quickly without regulations and without legislation. And Dr. Cutler immediately said to him, you can convene the insurance companies and get them to voluntarily agree to end the scourge of pre-authorization.
Okay, so we basically read that already. Let's just listen to what they have to say here.
This is all too common in our country. A patient from New Jersey suffering from severe heart failure was transferred to New York Presbyterian Hospital for a life-saving transplant by my friend, the doctor. To survive until a donor heart became available, the patient urgently needed a mechanical heart pump, a device essential to sustain their life during the wait. The insurance company had approved the heart transplant, but then denied authorization for the mechanical heart pump, deeming it unnecessary. The decision created a perplexing contradiction. The patient was cleared for a transplant, but not for the critical device needed to keep him alive until the transplant could happen. With the patient in the operating room and his life at stake, the medical team was faced with a profound ethical challenge. Should they adhere to the insurance company's denial, which would likely lead to the patient's death, or take action to save the patient's life, knowing it could result in legal or professional consequences? The medical team chose to prioritize the patient's survival. In planning the mechanical heart pump, this decision allowed the patient to live long enough to receive a successful heart plan. My friend, the doctor, was then sued by the insurance company. And ultimately, that lawsuit was dropped.
Ultimately, it was dropped, I guess. Okay.
In the past, the insurance industry has made commitments to prior authorization, but they have not kept them. And in this case, we think it's very, very different because, one, the number of patients covered by this is unprecedented. As Dr. Oz said, 257 million patients are covered by the group that we met with this morning. And while we were in that meeting, another company joined the group. And we expect we're going to have rolling enrollment, so we expect many other companies to also join. The other difference is we have standards this time. We have deliverables. We have specificity on those deliverables. We have metrics, and we have deadlines, and we have oversight. In the past, the insurance industry has made commitments to prior authorization, but they have not kept them. And in this case, we think it's very, very different because, one, a number of patients covered by this is unprecedented. As Dr. Oz said, 257 million patients are covered by the group that we met with this morning. And while we were in that meeting, another company joined the group. And we expect we're going to have rolling enrollment, so we expect many other companies to also join. The other difference is we have standards this time. We have deliverables. We have specificity on those deliverables. We have metrics, and we have deadlines, and we have oversight. In the past, the insurance industry has made commitments to prior authorization, but they have not kept them. And in this case, we think it's very, very different because one, a number of patients covered by this is unprecedented. As Dr. Oz said, 257 million patients are covered by the group that we met with this morning. And while we were in that meeting, another company joined the group. And we expect we're going to have rolling enrollment, so we expect many other companies to also join. The other difference is we have standards this time. We have deliverables. We have specificity on those deliverables. We have metrics, and we have deadlines, and we have oversight. In the past, the insurance industry has made commitments to prior authorization, but they have not kept them. And in this case, we think it's very, very different because one, a number of patients covered by this is unprecedented. As Dr. Oz said, 257 million patients are covered by the group that we met with this morning. And while we were in that meeting, another company joined the group. And we expect we're going to have rolling enrollment, so we expect many other companies to also join. The other difference is we have standards this time. We have deliverables. We have specificity on those deliverables. We have metrics, and we have deadlines, and we have oversight. In the past, the insurance industry has made.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was playing it again.
This is so we're all going to be. I'm very grateful to the insurance company for stepping up and the hospital systems for stepping up. We're all very, very grateful to President Trump for his leadership in giving us the impetus to make this happen. This has been something that we have been struggling with in this country for decades. 2 decades of presidents have promised to do this, and none of them have succeeded. Congressman Murphy has been working on this issue for 35 years. And it's a priority for him, and it's been a priority for many people in Congress. And can I ask Congressman Murphy and Senator Marshall to come up as well? So, today, because of President Trump's leadership, we are agreeing to this momentous and monumental achievement. And we hope to see the dividends of this success story immediately materialize as a better experience for millions, hundreds of millions, literally, of American patients.
Well,
so
that is pretty important to a lot of people, insurance and cost. Okay. Yeah. So be paying attention to insurance, and maybe it's not going to work like they want it to, and we'll see how it goes. Let's change gears here and go to foodandwine.com. We might have 10 minutes or so. Okay. Hi, Kayla. Good morning.
There's a farmer inside, And his name is Waylon, you know. A Martinville indoor farmer, he's got the greatest thumb. Tender to his veggies and herbs, all under one roof. With lights that shine and soil just right. He grows everything from
Okay, let's see what's on the menu over here at foodandwine.com. How do I have this sitting here? Oh, the spider.
He'll make your spirit soar. Waylon, the indoor farmer, he's the one to hear. For tips and tricks that'll bring your garden cheer.
Get Good Eats. Early Bird. Oh yeah, this is the $3,000 ticket. Food and Wine Classic. The best bites from the Food and Wine Classic in Aspen. Okay, let me try to do this in Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, Nigel Farage style. The world's most celebrated chefs are descending on Aspen, Colorado for a weekend of delicious dishes, informative seminars, and a whole lot of fun. Cook along with recipes from Stephanie Lazard, Tyra Florence, Menit Shahan, and more chefs and hospitality leaders. Sounds wonderful. Let's click it. Okay, so there's some sliders. Sliders sound fun. So you're gonna show me pictures? No pictures. Okay, here's the entrees. Tomahawk ribeye. Ooh. Seafood gumbo. And I can't scroll over for this one over here. What's going on? Do I have to zoom way out? Oh, here it is. Polo gusado. Is that chicken in there? Chicken, yeah. That means chicken. This Paulo Gusado recipe from Quam on Wauchi's book, My America, is a tender, comforting chicken dish with a slightly sweet, umami-flavored sofrito. Interesting. Anticuchos de palo, more chicken, Peruvian chicken skewers, okay. So they probably had a lot of dishes that were like you could carry it around easy. Some of them maybe not. Corn, crab, and shrimp chowder. Ooh. Lamas with sweet saffron zarda pulao. Man, I just love reading words I don't know. Roast chicken, herb roasted spatchcock chicken. Spatchcock. For his herd roasted spatchcock chicken recipe, Chef Tyler Florence keeps seasonings minimal. Herbs, olive oil, and garlic make the chicken aromatic and flavorful, while the technique of spatchcocking speeds up the cooking process and helps crisp up the skin. If you want crispy skin, you gotta spatchcock it. That's what's up. Yummy, right, Chris? Getting the spatchcocking. Birria tacos. These birria tacos are both tender and succulent, thanks to the slow-cooked combination of beef short ribs and beef chuck. The meat is prepared in a Dutch oven, but the recipe can easily be adapted to make slow-cooker birria tacos. Those look good. Side dishes. Let's go. Who's a nice side dish lover over here? We got the cheddar and jalapeno cast irons cornbread. Cheddar and jalapeno cast iron cornbread. Louisiana red beans and rice. That's probably good. Probably, we got some chunks of meat in there, looks like. Baja style Caesar salad. Baja style. No, I'm just kidding. Baja style Caesar salad. More sides, it looks like. We have potato stuffed kulcha, spicy shrimp toast. By the way, I wonder if any of this looked like these pictures. Like that, you always can't trust the pictures. That's one thing I heard about restaurants is that I think we might have read it on the show. If there's more pictures on the menu than anything else, probably don't want to trust it. I don't know if that's true, but it's just something that kind of makes sense because they always have pictures, and then it doesn't look like the picture when it comes out. Tahini tofu dip with chili crunch. That sounds good. Lisa May, hello. Brenda, I've got to get to the store. Okay, that's all good. Have a good day, Brenda. Some lavender oil for my dogs. Oh, okay. What do you do? What's the lavender oil for? All you got to do is add chilies and abado. The lavender oil? Doesn't sound good. Desserts. Rainbow panna cotta. Interesting. This almond flavored panna cotta recipe from Quine Onwuachi's New York City restaurant. Tatiana by Kwam Uachi. Or Onwuachi. Pretty sure that's how you say Onwuachi. It's a colorful layered dessert topped with grated chocolate and dukkha spiced almonds. Dukkha? Dukkaki? No, that's not right. They use it in the nursing homes all the time because lavender makes you relax and calming, and put it in the diffuser. I wonder if it's also a bug repellent. What do you think, Lisa? Andrew, what's up? Just wanted to stop by. I appreciate the stop by, man. Stop by, say hello, go about your day. I hope you're having a good week. Thanks, brother. Cinnamon sugar churros with cajeta. Spray the pillow and the blanket. Interesting. I've been taking magnesium and that's helping me sleep. It's not a sleep aid. It just helps my legs and my body kind of rest. Cinnamon sugar churros with cajeta. That sound good. Cheesecake with tequila cajeta. Tequila cajeta. Is that the sauce? What's the cajeta? It's Mexican-inspired cheesecake. Features lime and lime zest in the filling, and tequila in the caramel sauce. Tequila, so that's the sauce. Okay, cajeta. I know it's cajeta. Miss Myra's banana pudding. Interesting. That sounds good. Cocktails. Bloody Mary, coconut margarita, tequila mocking goat. The spicy margarita recipe from Stephanie Lazard's combines a syrup made with ginger and Thai chiles with tequila, lime juice, and soda water for a refreshing take on margarita. Buttered rum. This hot buttered rum recipe from Chef Stephanie Lazard is made in a slow cooker with cream. Okay. Buttered rum. Awesome. Okay. Well, that was fun. But now we got to get back into, what's really happening out there with our food. Food and Wine, they had a good time at their thousands of dollars event there, but I don't know if I'll ever get to one of those things. If you're watching foodandwine.com, send me a free ticket so I can cover the event for you. How about that? Tyler Florence wants you to throw better parties. Okay, I'm down for that, bro. Go inside the 2025 Food and Wine Classic at Aspen. We did that. Get early bird tickets for Charleston's tastiest weekend. No, thank you. Le Crozette's summer sale starts at just $22. Must be cookware. I think that's about it. Not a whole lot of other trending news on Food and Wine. I think we should be at about the hour mark now. Let's get this number post going on. They tell me so. All right, let's check on locals real quick. Go sign up to get on the wheel for the indoorfarmer.locals.com subscribers. See if anyone has added themselves. Oh, nothing to do that. Refresh one time. Hey, Country Boy Weeds popping in for the number 13. He gets number 13. A lot of people missing out on the weekly post. It's okay. Keep eating fast food and my ass keeps getting bigger. I gotta quit. Yeah, I've indulged here and there. I don't eat McDonald's ever, but I'll get like a Chick-fil-A. And I saw some story recently where they were saying Chick-fil-A is worse for you than any other fast food place. I'm like, whatever. Like I'm not big. I don't go out that often to eat them, but I do eat at restaurants a lot because of reviews and trying to talk to restaurant owners and things. Usually it's better if you spend some money there, right? But I got to do something too. I'm going to be on the river for like 6 to 8 hours on Saturday for the 2025 Drizzle Dab Token Float. Let's go. Good luck, everybody. Got me a bath set and it was lavender. I had a lotion and bedtime spray. Okay. Kayla. Brenda, I think, just left. You gotta come up with an exercise you can do. You know what I have fantasies about. We've talked about this before, guys. I want to have some exercise equipment that generates electricity or pumps water so that I can store electricity. That's going to be the end goal. Is a whole gym of workout equipment that will actually store power or become a small power plant. More ways than one. Okay, let's see who number 2 is. Let's go all the way down. Was it Jessica? No. Was it Perry? No. Kayla was number 2. Kayla. Congrats, Kayla. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, we're going to get some people on here for the door prize, but then get back to a couple more websites, check out what's happening on Farm Week now, and maybe check out marijuanamoment.net. Let's see who we got over there. I know we had Rose, Chris, Kayla, Brenda, Did Brenda go to Rumble? Let's see.
When the winds howl fierce and cold, and the stories all grow old, there's a hand that won't let go, a fire burning through
Hey,
the
Margaret.
snow. Through the
Margaret was on Rumble
through
too, I
the
believe. Leslie.
shadow by my side, a promise carved in every line. Loyalty that's yours and mine. Steady as a stone, deep as the sea. Loyalty's the root that
Go check out X. If you haven't gone to X, I'm really trying to put out more posts on X, and I do want to do audio spaces on X. If anybody in my group, in my community, want to do some audio spaces over there, it's kind of fun. You get to come up and talk. You don't have to be on camera. Let's see who else we got here. Speak now or forever hold your comments. Oh, I guess we're not going to spin it yet, so probably going to just use my hula hoop. Yeah, and my bikini. Record it. That's entertainment for later. Yeah. That's you can make money on it. Record. You point it down at the feet while you're hula hooping. It'd be like a combination foot hula hoop content. There you go. All right, so that's all we got so far from Rumble. Let me check out X. Let's see. Leslie, Chris, Margaret, and Rose. Very cool. 4 more people. Everybody else is missing out. Plus, it helps you kind of get used to X, going over there, hitting the engagement on my post. Kind of helps you get an idea of what else you can do over there. Do it, Elisa. Hula hooping from the top down. There you go. Straight down above you. Whoa, was that an elbow? Or was that a booty? I don't know. All right. Let's go to... Let's check out Farm Week now real quick. Like, a lot happening with the big, beautiful bill and all that. So definitely got to keep paying attention to that. Heat advisory until Thursday in Illinois. Yeah, we got a lot of heat right now. Look at all that corn. Like, I feel like we can, like, we have abundance now. The only reason to stockpile corn like that, I mean, obviously you have winters and things like that, but that just seems ridiculous, man. Like, they process everything. Everything gets processed so far so that you can then add preservatives, and then the product can sit forever in a warehouse and then finally get sold and eaten. And I get that there's profitability there, but I think farm to table is something that's doable by more people. Maybe not by every person. Maybe we can't do it in cities, although I think we can in some ways, at least to a smaller degree, with the rooftop farms. Restaurants are starting to adopt this. That you could have building farms. You could do that. You could do indoor farms in cities. I think it's possible, but the farm to table idea, I think, is better. Maybe it's a fantasy. Maybe you have to store grain for the winter or whatever. Just the classic style, ancient way about how we get through winter. But I think we could build indoor farms. We may not be growing corn indoors, but I don't necessarily think we need to. Brazil corn production is up. Exports are down. Why? That sounds a little bit strange. Holy cow, what is this? Illinois leading in tornado frequency per square mile. Yeah, we do get a lot of tornadoes here, you guys. Comment below, what's the natural disaster that you see most in your state?
His integrity's the seed in his ideas oath. While others chase the fame,
What's gas mean, Leslie? It just says gas. Does that mean you farted? What's going on? Oh, for corn? Yeah, yeah, corn for gas. Yeah, okay. But don't we think there's a like can't you make that more efficient to where you don't have to have a bunch of corn just sitting there, or is it because of the harvest? When we harvest all of this corn all at once. I don't know. I think it can be done differently. Things are spreading out a little bit as far as being able to grow in climates that are have less harsh winters, and growing indoors. I think you could grow corn indoors. I just don't think I want to. For the gas, I mean, can't we make don't we make ethanol out of soybeans too, or is it just corn? I thought it was both, but we'll see. How about bringing up to my boss for the springtime? Grow gardens like the watermelon, or cantaloupe, and pumpkin, strawberries, grapes. Maybe get something exciting. Oh, okay, yeah, that would be cool. Taking care of giving. Yeah, that's one of my ideas too. Is I want to like an area that kids can grow their own thing in the farm. Um,
People in the boxes, that's the name of the
sh-
show. Where voices unite, let their stories flow from all walks of
you
life.
should even. You think you're thinking about making a flower garden in the backyard, Elisa? Something to do. Yeah, that's for sure. Fermentation of corn is the only way. Oh, I see. That's true too.
Let's talk about life, let's give it a try.
That's ethanol.
People in the
Yeah,
box, let
makes
the
sense.
stories unfold. In this podcast, hearts are bold, breaking down walls with every word in Waylon's world.
It's this one. Dream job says a lot about young agronomist. Agronomist. Yeah, agronomist. Yeah, that's how they call it. Agronomist. Is that really it?
He cultivates thoughts like crops in rows. His podcast a garden where wisdom grows.
Huh.
No matter the topic, big or small.
Not a lot going on.
Waylon's there,
How about news, crop
connecting us all,
condition,
tuned into people in the boxes tonight, where every voice
national
shines and
policy?
every
Let's see what
story's
this
right. With Waylon the farmer and Dorothy
USDA
the
plans to
vet through this
plan sterile
podcast
sterile
we're
fly
all free.
facility in Texas
This song for
to combat
Waylon,
NWS.
bringing us together.
Ag Secretary announces five-pronged approach to combating New World skew worm. New World skew worm. Interesting. I think I heard something about this worm. To help combat New World skew worm, USDA launched a sterile insect dispersal facility. A sterile insect dispersal facility in South Texas, with future plans possibly including construction of a sterile fly production facility at the same location. What does this mean? Ag Secretary Brooke Rollins Wednesday announced the 8.5 million sterile new NWS fly dispersal facility at Moore Air Base, along with a five-pronged plan to enhance USDA's ability to detect, control, and eliminate the pest. Got a big pest problem, it looks like. Oh man. And NWS is a devastating pest that causes serious and often deadly damage to livestock, wildlife, pets, and in rare cases humans. While NWS has been eradicated from the United States for decades, recent detection in Mexico, as far north as Oaxaca and Veracruz, about 700 miles away from the U.S. border, led to the immediate suspension of live cattle, horse, and bison imports through U.S. ports of entry along the southern border on May 11th. The United States government will use all resources at its disposal to push back NWS, and the announcement of the domestic strategy to bolster our border defense is just the beginning. Rollins said, we have proven the tools, strong domestic and international partnerships and the grit needed to win this battle. Pest control, worldwide pest control can be a sticky battle. USDA will immediately begin building a sterile insect dispersal facility in Texas, set to be completed in 2025. The facility will have capability to disperse sterile flies in northern Mexico. Sterile flies? What is that like? What's the benefit to that? I'm not sure. USDA is exploring all options to eradicate NWS, which includes potential expenditures in new technologies, new science, including possible plans to move forward with the design process of a domestic sterile fly production facility. I feel like I'm reading the same thing 3 or 4 times in these articles. Facility to complement the new dispersal facility at Moore Air Base, which has also been identified as the proposed location. According to the USDA press release, the facility could boost domestic sterile fly production by up to 30 or by up to 300 miles per week. 300 I'm sorry, let me back up. 300 million flies per week, and could complement current production that already exists in Panama and Mexico. I didn't know this was such a problem. Rollins clarified during a press conference at the air base, a production facility will take 2 or 3 years to develop. Oh wow, it'll take some time. The group home. Okay, I didn't realize that you did that, Lisa. I wasn't quite sure what you meant by the kids. USDA also is investing $21 million to renovate an existing fruit fly production facility in Metapa, Mexico, which will provide an additional 60 to 100 million sterile flies a week to stop the spread, on top of the over 100 million already produced in Panama. This will result in at least 160 million flies per week. It's a lot of flies. The department also will hold 4 public listening sessions to get feedback on the following topics: sterile fly production technology, eradication tools and technologies aside from the sterile fly production, and benefits and barriers, including timelines and costs of enhanced domestic versus international sterile fly production, and other innovation ideas. More information, okay? What was this thing called again? The skew worm, the New World skew worm. Who would name it that? The New World skew worm? Like what is that? Why would you say New World? Like, okay, skew worm, whatever. Okay, I don't get it. New World.
In a cozy room where the lights are dim,
What's the old skew worm? Is there an old world skew worm?
He's not tilling fields or sowing seeds.
There must be an old world skew worm somewhere. Okay, guys, before we move on, I think I'm gonna hit this before we move to the next topic. We're going to hit this 1775 ad over on Rumble. They're still giving the 15% off if you use code STUDIO at 1775.com, 1775coffee.com, excuse me. They also still have this ad out for the 1,000 units of the starter kits. They only have 1,000, so they must be getting close to running out by now. And with that starter kit, you get $70 off right now if you use code STUDIO. If you go to 1775coffee.com/studio, you can get this starter kit. Now, if you get regular orders, you still get 15% off if you use code STUDIO on those as well. So I guess STUDIO. Use the code. You get discounts. The starter pack is pretty cool, though. It's got, little samples of different coffees, of course, but then they also have a spoon clip that you can stir with. It's not plastic. And they also send you a frother and a 1775 tumbler, a black tumbler that says, I don't take advice or caffeine from a woke sea witch. So if you want that tumbler, you can get this starter pack for $99. It is typically $170 worth of gear and coffee and all the good stuff, but you can get it for $99 today. If you go to 1775 coffee/studio, grab your starter kit. And they have their mushroom blend, they have their deep roast or deep or dark roast. They get small batch beans from farms that they work with directly, and it's not like just a big mass produced kind of thing. They're very meticulous about where they get their products, so I'm definitely interested to try it myself. They say bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine. It stands for something just like Rumble does. Start your day with coffee that actually backs what you believe. Let's go. All right. Very cool. Appreciate getting that today, Rumble. Okay. Now let's get into the spicy website. We call it marijuanamoment.net. Can I find it? Is this it? Let's go to the headlines. More pictures of JD Vance with the bald head. He's got a good sense of humor about all these memes about him, I think, in my opinion. Let's see. Feds say tourist who admits to prior marijuana use in legal places was denied entry to U.S. over drugs. Not bald JD Vance meme.
Big or small, Waylon's there, connecting us all. So tune in to People in the Boxes tonight.
That spider's running around on my TV now. It's a fast one of the faster spiders. You know, not all spiders move all that fast. This one's like running. Okay, so a tourist says he admitted to using marijuana in other places that are legal, was denied entry to the U.S. over drugs. I bet you there's more to the story. And then they just throw in the JD Vance meme. That's because Marijuana Moment is left-leaning, and they just want to be funny, I guess. But he's cool with it, so we can be. So it's all good. I think it's not really an insult that they might think it is. The Department of Homeland Security (DHS) is clarifying that the reason its agents denied entry to the U.S. For a Norwegian man wasn't over a meme of a bald Vice President J.D. Vance that they found on his phone, despite reports to the contrary. Rather, so someone reported that they didn't allow entry because the dude had a meme of J.D. Vance. So people just want to do anything to get some false stuff out there. Rather, it was because he admitted to previously using illegal drugs, which the tourist says was merely marijuana in legal jurisdictions. So, what does that mean? Legal jurisdictions in America? Let's see. Mads Mikkelsen was denied entry at a port of entry in New Jersey earlier this month, and it made global headlines because after he was confronted with a meme of J.D. Vance on his phone by U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, CBP agents, it was reported that he was turned away from the country for political reasons. Yeah, somebody reported it. This is interesting, though. So he was denied entry in New Jersey. DHS and CBP have refuted the claim, however, sharing posts on Tuesday that pushed back against reporting. Fact Check claims that Mads Mikkelsen was denied entry because of a meme. So Fact Check, of course, Fact Check's always true, are unequivocally false. Okay? DHS said, truth. Mikkelsen was refused entry into the U.S. for his admitted drug use. Only those who respect our laws and follow the rules will be welcome into our country. I don't understand this at all. So he said, I used drugs once, and I mean, he probably didn't say once, but like one time I used drugs, and that means you're not allowed in? I don't know. This doesn't sound right. Mikkelsen said that upon questioning, he admitted to using cannabis in Mexico and Germany. He told the Norwegian newspaper Nordlys. It's legal in both places, so in my mind, it was irrelevant. He said, it's a legal substance where it was taken, just like alcohol. Yeah, this doesn't smell right. He also claimed that a document explaining his denied entry contained at least two falsehoods. One, that he had a passport from Spain when he is a Norwegian citizen who has never visited Spain, and second, that he physically possessed a pipe at the time of the entry, when CBP supply found a photo of a pipe on his phone. Well, I mean, honestly, to me, it seems like it's a story that should get some attention, and maybe they'll change their minds. I don't see how you can tell someone because they use drugs in another country that they're not allowed to come here. Uh, Seems a little bit weird. Now it might be funny with the JD Vance meme, but at the same time, do you really want a foreign citizen coming here with criticisms or even making fun of our government? Like, why are they coming here if they want to make fun of? Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like anyone should be able to make fun of the government, but I don't know that we should just let anyone in because of that. It's a conundrum, but it doesn't sound like we're getting all the information here. Honestly, I wonder if he said he had used other drugs and he's just saying marijuana to this place, or he's not lying and there's just these CBP agents that just really hate people and want to keep them from going to New Jersey. I don't know. You tell me. It's not clear when McKelson's prior marijuana use took place, but even by CBP's own policy, applicants to work at the agency itself are only ineligible for employment if they've used controlled substances, including cannabis, within 3 years of their application. So the CBP is who put out the fact check saying that that's not what he was. So the Daily Mail says that he was denied because of the meme. Daily Mail, great publication. This is one of the latest cannabis-related controversies involving DHS and CBP. January, just before President Donald Trump's inauguration, DHS and CBP urged a federal court to dismiss a lawsuit from licensed New Mexico marijuana businesses. They claimed the agencies have been unconstitutionally seizing state-regulated marijuana products and detaining industry workers at interior checkpoints. Representative of 8 New Mexico marijuana businesses jointly filed the lawsuit against the federal government last October in the U.S. District Court for the District of New Mexico. This action came months after initial reports emerged of CBP agent increasingly taking cannabis products and other assets from state licenses. Yeah, I did see a thing like that where they were seizing a bunch of cannabis in legal states, even though it's not legal federally, at border checkpoints throughout the state. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, that's probably a different thing. Border checkpoints, trying to leave the state with that much cannabis is not going to work out. Controversy also caught the attention of certain congressional lawmakers. For example, Rep. Gabe Vasquez sought to amend appropriations legislation covering DHS. I think we've talked about this recently, by explicitly preventing U.S. Border Patrol agents from using funds to seize marijuana from state licensed businesses. Last April, New Mexico Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham could be heard saying on a leaked recording that she was offended when the Secretary of DHS reacted to her concern about the recent surge in CBP seizure of marijuana from legal operations in her state by saying, "Who cares? They make a lot of money." Although medical and recreational marijuana may be legal in some U.S. states and Canada, the sale, possession, production, and distribution of marijuana or the facilitation of the aforementioned remain illegal under U.S. federal law. Given the classification of marijuana as a Schedule I controlled substance, A CBP spokesperson told Marijuana Moment last year, consequently, individuals violating the Controlled Substance Act encountered while crossing the border, arriving at the U.S. port of entry, or at the border patrol checkpoint may be deemed inadmissible and a judge or subject to seizure, fines, and or arrest. Wow. Okay. So the battle continues with cannabis. Sounds like it seems a little bit like a nothing burger story because of what it started from, because of this guy. Because to be honest, I'm pretty sure they can turn people away for almost any reason at the port of entry. So, I mean, they might just say they don't like your hair. I mean, I'd have to look into that, but I'm pretty sure they can turn you away for about anything. Marijuana legalization is putting pressure on alcohol industry CEO of Jack Daniels. Parent company says amid profit losses. Putting pressure on Jack Daniels. Interesting. How do the U.S. and Canadian markets for pre-roll marijuana products differ? Interesting. They almost look like a skull with like red eyes in there. The U.S. marijuana industry lost jobs last year, even as sales grew to a new record high, industry analysis shows. 70% of Americans support allowing marijuana use at casinos and resorts, new poll shows. Interesting. Would you use marijuana at the casino? Marijuana industry workers are the highest in any job sector in the U.S. A survey finds. Are the happiest. I said highest, but that's probably true as well. Are the happiest in any job sector. Marijuana industry workers are the happiest. I don't know. I can imagine that. But. Federal court upholds Arkansas hemp restrictions, contradicting Texas governor's stance in vetoing proposed ban in his state. Ohio lawmakers cancel another hearing on bill to alter voter approved marijuana legislation law amid GOP disagreements. Ohio, get it together. Marijuana opponents have lost the debate, GOP senator says, arguing it's time to regulate it like alcohol and tobacco. I think we might have read that one last week. House to vote on letting VA doctors recommend medical marijuana to military veterans and supporting psychedelic research. Let's go. I know I read that one last week. Yeah, that's what we need. That's going to open it up for everyone else, because I think veterans are the most, maybe not the most. I don't want to make it a competition, but one of the most in need sectors of the country that could use something like cannabis. Anyway, this is interesting news. Let's go back to the main headlines. From hydroponics to the soil's embrace, he's building a world, a sustainable place. So here's to Waylon with his RFK says the Trump administration could provide psychedelic therapy to military veterans within 12 months. Interesting. RFK looks like he's on mushrooms, looking at that other mushroom, staring at it, waiting for it to move. 12 months. I'm not going to read that one, but that's interesting. I don't know. It sounds like good news. You tell me, comment below if you think that's good news or bad news. Hey, Jessica, let me get you on the wheel. If you got busted with a used pipe in some area, that's a light misdemeanor. Yeah, but like I said, I'm pretty sure they have prerogative to deny you for just about anything. So if the guy was like, maybe he made a comment like, you can't wait to use American marijuana, I don't know, maybe he said something, and of course he's doing an interview to a newspaper, like he's not gonna, I don't know, most people aren't going to give the incriminating stuff about themselves. I mean, look, I was a victim, look, they just kicked me out. So I'm not saying the man's guilty, but I'm saying that there's definitely possible another side to the story, say. Let's pull up the wheel. Gotta mow some more grass today. It's good practice for this weekend on the token float. This weekend it's going to be several hours on the river on the kayak, so it's going to be good practice to be out in the sun in the heat. I did a lot of work yesterday. You might have seen me live on Facebook, just doing some gardening, not gardening, but like landscaping and cleaning up the yard, mowing in the hot heat. Oh, yeah, let's get the Facebookers. See if there's anybody on Facebook. Why is this doing to me? Okay. Georgia's still illegal. Oh, that sucks, Diane. Need cannabis badly, medically, yeah. That's why I stopped myself. I'm like, veterans aren't necessarily the quote, most in need, but definitely one of the groups that can help make it in need for everyone else. I'll be back. Hey, what's up, Alex? Thanks for popping in.
Through his shows and posts, he's more than just a name. A community builder, not just a digital fame. From We Grow Wednesday to Perceptions Talk.
Let's see. For everybody that hasn't done so, make sure you hit the like button and comment on Facebook. And we're going to get you all on the wheel here in a second. He's not just selling, he's educating minds in a market of noise. Gonna hit the refresh button. Let me go back to X one more time. Thought I commented, but I didn't use my X much. Yeah, you did. You commented, Chris. I have you on there twice. And Facebookers, here we go. Based on insights from WWII's ex-profiler, focusing on his dedication to indoor farming, sustainability, and community building through education and content creation.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. WWIII the indoor farmer. Check my name. Sustainability, we about to reclaim. This is how we do it, keep it in the frame. I'm WWIII the farmer,
all
the
right.
indoor king. Living off the grid, what the city can't bring. Got my hydro set up, my LED.
There we go. And yeah, we're gonna get going pretty soon, but I will be heading over to locals. Got some more Kill Tony to watch from this week's episode. And if you guys, I want to make sure you know that if you guys request a song during the local sesh, you can find a good point to stop and then play the song you request. So you can do requests for whatever. It's always a good time. All right, let's get back to the Facebook comments over here.
The motto of sustainability and how to
Twice.
between us with food as our guide in this digital age.
Wow, the music is so much louder to you guys than it is for me. And Facebookers, here we go.
Crafted based on insights from WWII's ex-profiler.
Wow, this whole time. Turn it down a little bit so I can hear it. Little testing for myself here. All right, let's get back to the Facebook comment.
reaching for the sky, compost for the soil, water from the rain. I'm the urban farmer, feel my pain. I'm not just farming, I'm teaching the youth.
Turn it down a little bit. Hi, cat, so I can hear it.
Indoor farmer, I'm the new wave. Sustainable living, we're here to pave.
That's better.
Soil, water from the rain. I'm the urban.
Yeah, long time no see, cat. I have a schedule, and I'm here every week, 5 days a week. Pop through anytime you want. We also have a group chat on Facebook Messenger with my group members. If anybody's interested in joining it, it's not a place to go in there and spam a bunch of promotions, but you get to be part of my little community there, and you get to see when I'm going to go live, what I'm doing when I'm doing a little session on locals, or when I want to get input on topics for people in the boxes, or input on pictures of growing. Oh yeah, we have to show that off real quick. Chris, my man, I forgot that you sent me those things. Thanks again. Let's check out what Chris has.
Shows you how to grow, he'll keep you calm. Shows you how to grow, he'll keep you calm. Shows you how to grow, he'll keep you calm. When I'm the indoor farmer with his indoor farm, shows you how to grow, he'll keep you calm. Shows you how to grow.
Chris Christopherson. Let's go.
He'll keep you calm. We're the digital age. Where the fame is made, we've got influencers.
So this is, well, I don't know what that is because I can't see both pictures, and let's just do this. Can I open this bigger? Open. No. No. Okay, so he's got cucumbers going. What all did you say here? Zucchini, cucumbers, and tomatoes. Zucchini and cucumbers, I dug a ditch and put them low in there because we got frost late in the season. I figured they'd be more protected like that. Okay. I'm actually going to go and clean them all up tomorrow. The tomatoes I haven't gotten any flowers off of, which is kind of irritating. Yeah, they might not be ready yet. You're early still. That's a blackberry bush, okay. And so then we got the indoor cannabis right here. Looking good, Chris. Got it all scrogged out. Is that in flower now? Let's see what Chris has to say. First, he says, first was blackberry bush, second was tomato, then there are cucumbers and zucchini. Yeah, we're going to look at those. I have to clean it out. Frost is coming back. Yeah, Frost isn't coming back. Yeah, that's for sure. Hong Kong from Canada. Oh, hey, what's up, Bright Can News? Well, hello. Beginning of flower. Okay, it just started. That's what I thought. Nice job. Nice job, JB says, and really awesome from Kayla. Hell yeah. Let's go. Oh, that's the wrong direction. That's a pretty funny picture, though. Those look like cucumbers. Yep. Just hanging out there, cucumbing. Oh, you said blackberry. That's tomato. That's a blackberry bush. Okay. Looking nice, Chris. You have a nice space out there, man. You do. It looks like it's all in the shade at the moment, but I'm guessing that you have a, afternoon light cycle where the sun is in that area. Hey, what's up, Colin? Last I knew, you weren't streaming on here, so I wasn't seeing anything. This came up today. You don't use any other apps, Kat? You never look at YouTube or try out X or anything? You gotta find me on multiple apps. Facebook goes down every now and then for whatever reason, weird quote glitches or actual bans or whatever else. I tell my community, I tell people who care about me or I care about them to find me on a couple different sites, 2, 3, 4 sites. Not it doesn't have to be a million, but 3 or 4 sites. Most people have YouTube on their phone. Find us there because we're always live there, but not a lot of viewers from YouTube. So it's okay though. It's a good alternate place to find me. I'm picking cucumbers every day. Oh, that's awesome, Diane. I love me some cucumbers. Kat, come sign up on Locals. It's free, and we do a lot of free live sessions there, which are private. You can always hang out over there with us, watching YouTube videos and stuff. Yeah, I need to chop down more more trees. Yeah, put in the slant, so need some help to do that. Yeah, that's true, man. I have some trees that need to get cut down, but they're all in weird places that are going to be difficult. Hey, Cullen, I'll add you to this, man. I know that you're not on the wheel or on the list, I don't think. With a microphone and heartfelt cheer, we bring these stories near. So tune in, let's all agree to share and support. I don't think I saw you either, Kat. The indoor farmers here to say, let's grow together in our own way. Yes, the indoor farmer reviews, where every voice gets its dues, from the nook to the cranny. We're farming indoors, ain't that dandy? Yeah, guys, I don't it just gave me an idea. I should put it out there that I don't stop doing my show just because I can't do it on Facebook or whatever other site. That's why I'm on so many sites. The show will go on. So if you don't see it live on Facebook, I'm either taking the night off, which is very, very rare, or it's just, Facebook being Facebook. So I hope you all know that Facebook has a lot of problems with censorship, and I'm sure everybody here knows that already. So find me on X, find me on Rumble, find me on Locals.
Enjoy promoting and celebrating the unique and the wonderful through your podcast.
All right, let's go. Good luck, everybody. Thank you for hanging out on this Wednesday. Whalen Wednesday. Is that how it goes? I don't know, but it's the middle of the week. Everybody has a good weekend. I'm going to be really hot and sweaty, but it's going to be a good time. I think I'm going to take a garbage bag and I'm going to put it inside my duffel bag, and I'm going to put all the stuff that I'm going to take with me inside the garbage bag. So maybe keep everything nice and well, toasty for sure, but nice and dry. Nice and dry. And then I have a cooler. I don't know if it's going to fit on my kayak, but we're going to figure it out. Sometimes that cooler weight is really what causes the problem on the kayak. If you got a cooler on the kayak, and then you got this weight on one end or the other, and you can topple over. Leslie, are you here, my friend? You guys can tag Leslie. He's a member and a sponsor. Jeez. Have a good day, JB. What are you up to today? JB sent me this link that actually is a really cool idea. I want to I should pull that up. Let's see if Leslie's here.
A call to action for each.
Large Ziploc bags, yeah, that's a good idea too. I think I did some of that. We'll wait a second for him and pull up this link from Jess. New tab. Check this thing out. It says dig a shallow trench along the fence, lay weed fabric, and add gravel. Place decorative concrete pavers on top, filling gaps with stones. This creates an attractive drainage path that prevents mud and controls rainwater runoff. That is pretty cool. I want to put up privacy fences. I already have some like crappy like fences that I put up myself to like just temporarily to keep the dogs in the house or in the yard, and I want to do this when I put in a new fence. When I get a privacy fence, I think this would be a great idea, especially since two of my fences go towards the gully in my backyard, and so if I could basically make a kind of a gutter system under the fence that, or sort of to each side of the fence that sends water straight out into the gully, that would be great. That would be great. Cool ideas, though. I like stuff like that. Well, Leslie's not here. We're gonna have to shuffle a little bit and then respin. I'm ready to get over to locals, get myself a dab, and then get mowing. Drink more water, though. I gotta drink more water. Someone named Stacy reposted my live stream on X. Very cool. Thanks, Stacy. Oh, we're following each other. That's good. I gotta drink some water a little bit sooner in the day, like right when you wake up. Right when you wake up, it gets your body going. Birds drop seeds down inside the cracks, so stuff still grows between the cracks. Oh, Diane, you had to shatter my vision. You just shattered it. Huh. Good point, though. I got to give it to you. Got to give it to you on that one, Diane. Holy crap! Holy crap! You just demolished my thought there. Kelly, are you here? I almost gave myself a nosebleed trying to get that to stop with my mind. Oh wow. Okay. Get it. Kel Sipple, are you here? I don't think she's here. Well, it's been a good week getting things done outside, guys. I hope you all are having a good week. I made a stew last night. My sort of go-to meal when I want to cut up a bunch of the different things I'm growing. Just a little bit of the greens. I took some purple kohlrabi, some bull's blood beets, took a bunch of broccoli and a bunch of onions, a couple of green peppers. Well, one was green, one was yellow. A couple of peppers, and chopped it all up, put it into a stew. I cooked some chicken. I put it in there. I had some steak that I had grilled out on the grill. Put that in there. I use for the base. I use Progresso chicken noodle soup with a can of broccoli cheese soup and another can of chicken noodle soup Campbell's. I don't know how healthy those are, but I don't think they're terrible, at least compared to a lot of the other stuff out there. But I put all three of those in. I used a whole thing of what is it, chicken bone broth. All right, Kelly, I'm gonna spin this again. So bone broth as the liquid, and man, just I'll put some mushrooms in there, or some spices and herbs, some cumin, some turmeric, salt, pepper, garlic. Good stuff. Got a whole bunch left over too.
He speaks of the benefits, the pros and the cons of the plant that has helped him feel less withdrawn. With guests from all walks, stories to share, Mama will make sure that no one feels like they're alone. So come
Shouts out to all the Rumblers. I have 542 Rumble followers now. Let's get up to that. Let's get up to 710. That would be the next goal. And then from there, infinity. Margaret, are you here? MJ, what do you say? Hey. Margaret Jet, are you here yet? Let's see if she comments on the face side. Face side. That'd be a good name for an app, right? Face side. I think she's here. She just tagged Leslie. Margaret, I did miss you yesterday, in case you were wondering. I was hoping you were doing all right, but I did miss you. I said, I didn't see Margaret. I don't know if she's still here. I was maybe on the Rumble side. My Rumble doesn't want to update. Okay, there you are. Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, Rumble chat doesn't want to update. Facebook chat doesn't want to show me chat. There's always something. I hate having to bring it all up all the time. But when you're by yourself doing all this stuff, and I'm trying to convince you guys that I'm being professional about things, those types of issues that are just gremlins in the machine can make things look less than professional. Speaking of gremlins in the machine, I just watched that spider friend of mine crawl over to the camera that I'm looking at right now. Maybe he'll be my new camera guy. Could you be my producer? Maybe you could push buttons for me and things like that. Spider-Man? Spider dude? I don't know where he's at now. Inside the camera. This is gonna. Maybe he's a tiny drone in the shape of a spider. Could be. Let me write that down. Margaret, Kayla, and Margaret, my two biggest winners. Starting a new page of. My old page is starting to fall apart. So, Margaret Jet, go check out her group, guys. MJ's Baked Goods, if you haven't joined. Margaret, that gives you 26. 26 indoor farmer coupons. And Kayla now has 19. Cool. I did get most of the game night winners taken care of yesterday, but of course there's some things that have to be shipped out and some things that we have to get hippie bucks for a few people as well. All right, guys, it's been a good day. A lot of stuff happening. We found some really good information on today's show. So if you're catching it late here, go check out the first hour, because we checked out some stuff that's really important to everybody about our insurance happening. I'm looking into our food and our health and wellness. So go and check it out. The first part of the episode. And if you want to continue this and maybe go hang out on locals with me, which I don't do a whole lot of talking. We pull up some like music or watch some Kill Tony or something else, and just vibe out and do like a watch party and have a little sesh. Get the lunchtime going on. So we'll see you there in just a few minutes. Anybody that wants to, I'll be over there in less than 2 minutes, guys. So remember, if you could hit that like button and share it out. Follow the channel if you could, if you haven't done so. And we'll see you later tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Central Time for people in the boxes on Thursdays. I don't know what our topic will be this week, but who knows? I mean, there's a lot of insane things happening in the world. Plenty of topics to choose from. So we'll see you there 8 o'clock tomorrow night, or any random live streams that I do, especially over on Locals, which will be there soon. Remember, guys, I love you. Everybody's got to eat.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Wailing the indoor farmer, check my name. Sustainability, we about to reclaim. This is how we do it, keep it in the frame. I'm wailing the farmer, the indoor king. Living off the grid, what the city can't bring. Got my hydro set up, my LED lights. Growing all my greens, all through the night. Self-sustain, that's the mission. Growing my own, I'm not missing